today. What we're talking about here are the 3 primary documents that every senior should have to make their transition into older age and retirement easier. Those 3 documents are a general durable power of attorney, a healthcare power of attorney, and an advance directive. We'll talk a little bit in depth on each one of those things. Starting with a power of attorney. What is a power of attorney? Most people have an idea of what it is. It is a legal document signed by the principal giving an agent the right to transact business for you. Numbers of powers of attorney out there. Powers of attorney can be modified for a specific purpose, a single purpose, or can be limited in any way. Those are usually called limited power of attorneys. They are called durable power of attorneys because they function when you are incompetent or when you are competent. The original law was that a power of attorney would step into the shoes of the person, and then this law has been around since the days of the Bible. If you remember the stories of someone receiving a ring from his lord and being able to use that to authorize laws and trades and transactions, that's a power of attorney. The old rules were that if you could do it, the person could do it. Therefore, if you were ill, the person was ill and not able to do it. Modern law is exactly the opposite. A general durable power of attorney allows a person to do business even if you are incapable of doing that business. That's what we usually use it for. These powers of attorney allow people to do banking, to buy and sell property, to pay your taxes, to do any kind of business that you can do as a person. In 2012, the law here in Alabama changed, and the new powers of attorney need some very specific words. They're actually magic words, one of the few areas in law that has magic words. And these words allow the agent to do estate planning, to operate, and to create trust. That is very, very important, especially when you're looking at a possible nursing home, skilled nursing, because we can use that to protect some assets from Medicaid, if you ever need to apply for Medicaid. So powers of attorney are important, and they need to be written correctly. Agent is trustworthy. If I give my power of attorney to Ida, she can go to the bank and clean out everything I have. She wouldn't do that. I know that because I trust her. But you have to be very, very careful. And that's one of the reasons why we always recommend that it be done by an attorney. Because an attorney will go through and do some checking on the agent to make sure that they are a secure, trustworthy person. And we will also separate the agent from the principal and speak with the principal to make sure that they're not under any kind of duress or that they have the capacity to be giving this kind of a power to someone. So that's basically short on power of attorney. The second document that we recommend that all seniors have is a healthcare power of attorney. This one is very specific for healthcare. It has the HIPAA rules in it. It is titled Healthcare Power of Attorney, which is something that the hospitals look for. We have had several situations right here with Huntsville Hospital where they will not speak to parents or even treating physicians, regular family physicians, for a client who is in the hospital because they are not authorized under the HIPAA rules to reveal information to those people. A power of attorney, a healthcare power of attorney will allow you to do that. We recommend it for all the seniors. We also recommend it for kids. If you've got kids at college or kids who are in another city, living in another city, we strongly recommend that you have one. In case anything happens, you can step in and make some changes or some, conduct whatever business you need to conduct. The third document that we really recommend for people is an advance directive. This is a document that's known as a lot of different names. People often call it a living will, a natural death declaration. In some states it's called a medical proxy. It has a lot of different names. In Alabama we call it an advance directive. And this document is used at the end of life. A lot of people call it the pull the plug document. It is only used in, it's only used in two situations. One, if you are terminally ill, and you're going to die very shortly of that illness, and you cannot communicate. That's the first situation that it is used in. The second situation is if you are in a persistent comatose state. In other words, what they used to call being a vegetable. Yeah, that's when it's used also. It gives you the right to determine what types of specific treatment are authorized, whether you want to have heroic measures to restore your life. If you were to have a heart attack and you want to be shocked, do you want to be on a ventilator? Do you want any kind of heroic measures involved? It also gives you the right to determine whether you have food and hydration through a tube or IV. Sometimes that's important. If you are chronically ill and you're in the process of actively dying, hydration through an IV can be a great benefit to your family. It doesn't prolong your passage through this life more than a day or two at the most, but it preserves your appearance for your family so that they don't see you shrinking and dying and withering away, which is very, very difficult for some people. And it's something that not a lot of people think about unless you've been through it. If you are in a persistent vegetative state, however, food and hydration through a tube or IV can prolong your life for years and years and years. I mentioned Terri Schiavo. Everybody probably recognizes that name. She was in that situation, and she was alive for, 15 years, I believe, before they finally won the right to withdraw the tube and IV, and then she subsequently passed. So those are our three main documents that we recommend everybody have. And if you would like to know more about them or to set up an appointment to have some drawn up for you, please give me a call. You can reach me at 256-799-0277, Alabama Estate Planning Attorneys. Thank you.
Sorry, would you spell that number out again, please?